We'd like to show you now mounting and laminating a picture so that it will go into a wedding album. You do need to laminate all images, especially inkjet prints, if they're going into a wedding album, because if they are going to go face to face and stored in a slightly damp condition, the likelihood is that the face of the pictures will stick together. So we've already pre-laminated this image, so we put a satin matte finish over the top of it. Again, it's a very neutral finish, ideal for wedding albums. The plan now is to put a double-sided adhesive onto the back of the print so that we can then put the print and stick the print into the wedding album. We're using here a special adhesive. It's a product called Drytac. It's a double-sided adhesive with a release on both sides. The one side is a permanent adhesive, the other side is a removable adhesive. Was designed for putting images onto windows, but is ideal for this hand application into wedding albums. What we'll do, we'll move the wedding album out of the way. Again, we need to use the carrier board. The carrier board is very important. Remove the release liner, not the checkered release liner, but the paper release liner from the adhesive. This then exposes the permanent adhesive. This permanent adhesive we wish to go onto the back of the print. So we will stick this down onto our carrier board, smooth it out, offer it up to the rollers, again nice and parallel. Again, the rollers have already been set for the height of this substrate that we're mounting onto. The adhesive goes up over the top, again, kept nice and tight. Take the print, make sure the back of the print is nice and clean. The reason for laminating the picture first is for when you do turn it over to clean the back of the print, the actual face of the print is protected from the work surface. We're not going to have any scratches. So back up onto the carrier board, introduce it and lay it in front of the adhesive. We can then pull up the release liner and again send it through. And again, pulling back and down on the release liner as it's going through. We then have the print that's been coated up and needs trimming out. Okay, we've now trimmed off the excess film all the way around the print, so we have the print that is laminated on the front, has the adhesive on the back with a protective release liner. We now need to put this into the wedding album. So we'll start again at one of the corners. Same process, 1 inch, 25 millimeters of release liner. There is a bit of a tight release liner, but will come off. We've exposed about the area that we need. We can then make sure that this is positioned perfectly into the wedding album so that it covers all sides, top and bottom. Lightly tap down the lead edge. We can then pull off more of the release liner, take an attack rag or a lint-free cloth. As we're pulling away the release liner, we can smooth it down all the way off and just squeezing, smoothing the air out, making sure that there isn't any air bubbles. The good thing with the Drytac adhesive is the removability, the initial removability and repositionability of the adhesive. You can see that we can actually lift this straight back off again if we haven't got things lined up properly and smooth it back down. The adhesive will become more permanent over the next 24 to 48 hours, but for a more aggressive adhesive you can use the double-sided mount film, which has a permanent adhesive on both sides, as compared to this product which has a permanent adhesive one side and a removable the other.